Do you struggle with building good habits and breaking bad ones? Are you tired of setting goals that you never seem to achieve? Well, there's a book that's been making waves in the self improvement space that might just have the answers you are looking for. It's called The Atomic Habits by James Clear. In this video, we are going to dive into the key takeaways from Atomic Habits and explain why this book has become a must read for anyone looking to improve their life. Whether you are a student, a professional, an athlete, or just someone who wants to make positive changes in your life, Atomic Habits has something for you. So, Assalamu alaikum to you all. Welcome back to the channel. Do grab a pen and paper, take some notes, and get ready to learn how to build habits that will transform your life. Let's get started. What progress is really like? Progress means gradually improving to achieving or completing something. Imagine that you have an ice cube sitting on the table in front of you. The room is cold and you can see your breath. It is currently 25 degrees. Ever slowly, the room begins to heat up. 26 degrees, 27, 28. The ice cube is still on the table in front of you. 29 degrees, 30. Let's get back to the start of the paragraph. Imagine. Now James Clear wants to make you understand about progress, how you can achieve greatness and kamyabi if you want to be successful in life. The room temperature is cold and it's 25 degrees. As the room heats up, the ice cube will start to melt and eventually evaporate into the air as heat energy flows from the warmer air to the colder ice. Second paragraph. 31. Still nothing has happened. Then 32 degrees. The ice begins to melt. A 1 degree shift, seemingly no different from the temperature increases before it, has unlocked a huge change. Do you think that 32 degree unlocked this huge change? Nope, not as a whole. Want to know? Keep watching. I will give you an example in the upcoming paragraph. Let's proceed. Breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions, which build up the potential required to unleash a major change. Now, breakthrough means a student dramatic discovery or development. As a kid, we all read a story of King Robert Bruce. He hid in a cave dejected after his disastrous first year as King of Scots. Legend tells us that while waiting out the winter of 1306, he watched a spider on the cave wall try time and again to spin its web. It gave the king new hope. He said to himself, when this small spider can succeed by trying again and again, why should not I try once again and succeed? He came out, gathered a large army, and attacked the English and defeated them. The reason for narrating the story of Robert Bruce is to make you understand that don't be judgmental, don't assume, stay focused and work hard. One day everything will fall into place. Breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions which build up the potential required to unleash a major change. I hope you got it. This pattern shows up everywhere. Like cancer spends 80% of its life undetectable, then takes over the body in months. Bamboo can barely be seen for the first 5 years as it builds extensive root system underground before exploding 90 feet into the air within 6 weeks. Many a times we are not aware about the outcomes like cancer. Another example is of bamboo. It's massive 90 feet in 6 weeks. Can you believe that? It's simply impossible to understand the drastic and enormous change. But such is life. John Dryden said, we first make our habits and then our habits make us. Similarly, habits often appear to make no difference until you cross a critical threshold and unlock a new level of performance. In the early and middle stages of any quest, there is often a valley of disappointment. You expect to make progress in a linear fashion. It's frustrating how ineffective changes can seem during the first days, weeks, and even months. It doesn't feel like you are going anywhere. It's hallmark of any compounding process. The most powerful outcomes are delayed. It means James Clear is saying you have to be patient. You people must have heard about 10,000 hour rule, which was popularized by Malcolm Gladwell's blockbuster book Outliers. The rule goes like this. It takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to achieve mastery of complex skills and materials. किसी चीज में अगर आपने परफेक्ट होना है तो आप उसको 10,000 घंटे दे दें. Next, this is one of core reasons why it is hard to build habits that last. People make a few small changes, fail to see a tangible result, and decide to stop. that they are very quick and eager to see the results. But you think, I have been running every day for a month, so why can't I see any change in my body? Once this kind of thinking takes over, it's easy to let good habits fall by the wayside. But in order to make a meaningful difference, habits need to persist long enough to break through this plateau, what I call the plateau of latent potential. Means कि बहुत जल्दी दिल को छोटा मत करें. अगर आपने कोई काम शुरू किया है, थोड़ा बहुत वक्त लगता है, लेकिन हमें अगर जब रिजल्ट्स नहीं मिलते, people make a few small changes, fail to see a tangible result and decide to stop, और हम वो काम छोड़ देते हैं. हमें ये नहीं पता होता कि अभी हमारी एफर्ट कितनी है. तो यहाँ पर इसने यूज किया है what I call the plateau of latent potential. The plateau of latent potential means the lag time between doing what we need to do and seeing the result we want to see. The plateau of latent potential, therefore, is not a sign of failure but rather that the brain is working hard behind the scenes to prepare for the next level of mastery. That you need to be patient if you want to reach plateau of latent potential. Now, if you find yourself struggling to build a good habit or breaking a bad one, it is not because you have lost your ability to improve. It is often because you have not yet crossed the plateau of latent potential. Complaining about not achieving success despite working hard is like complaining about an ice cube not melting when you heated it from 25 to 31 degrees. Your work was not wasted, it is just being stored. All the action happened at 32 degrees. In simple words, he is saying if you find yourself struggling to build a good habit or breaking a bad one, कि अगर आप कोई आदत छोड़ना चाह रहे हैं या अपनाना चाह रहे हैं, तो आपको वक्त लगेगा. When you finally break through the plateau of latent potential, people will call it overnight success. The outside world only sees the most dramatic event rather than all that preceded it. But you know that it's the work you did long ago, when it seemed that you were not making any progress, makes the jump today possible. Now I would like to explain the word overnight success. Yes, people call it overnight success. That's really hard to take when people around you don't understand and act smartly. Always remember, success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan. Usually, people around you are quick to attach themselves to success, but no worries, this is life. Just work, be humble, and strive earnestly towards your goals and aims. It is the human equivalent of geological pressure. Two tectonic plates can grind against one another for millions of years. कि वो आपस में रगड़ा खा रही होती हैं. The tension slowly building all the while. लेकिन वो एकदम से erupt करती हैं. Then one day they rub each other once again in the same fashion they have for ages. But this time the tension is too great and earthquake erupts. कि plates आपस में लाखों करोड़ों साल से जुड़ी हुई होती हैं. But एक दिन ऐसा आता है कि जिस दिन उनकी जो आपस में टेंशन होती है, जब रब कर रहे होते हैं कि टेंशन ज्यादा हो जाती है और फिर एक earthquake erupt होता है. Changes can take years before it happens all at once. Now last paragraph. Mastery requires patience. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the most successful teams in the NBA history, have a quote from social reformers Jacob Riis hanging in their locker room. कि NBA की हिस्ट्री की जो सबसे सक्सेसफुल टीम है, उन्होंने एक कोड अपने लॉकर रूम में रखा हुआ है. When nothing seems to help, I go and look at a stone cutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split into two. I know it was not the last blow that did it, but all that had gone before. Now I hope you people must have enjoyed this chapter from Atomic Habits, what progress is really like. Why you should read Atomic Habits. The book Atomic Habits by James Clear is all about the power of small habits to create big change over time. In the book, Clear argues that progress is not always a straight line and that it often requires a great deal of patience, persistence, and effort. Here are a few ideas from the book that will explain what progress is really like. First, progress is about small improvements. According to Clear, progress is not about making big, sweeping changes overnight. Instead, it's about making small improvements consistently over time. These small improvements can compound over weeks, months, and years, leading to significant progress in the long run. Second, progress is all about building good habits. Clear argues that good habits are the key to making progress in any area of life. By building small, positive habits such as reading for 10 minutes a day or going for a short walk after lunch, you can create a positive feedback loop that makes it easier to continue making progress. Third, progress is about overcoming setbacks. Clear also acknowledges that setbacks and failures are a normal part of the progress process. In fact, he argues that setbacks are often the best opportunities for learning and growth. By embracing failure and using it as a learning opportunity, you can continue making progress even when things don't go as planned. Fourth, progress is about staying committed. Finally, Clear emphasizes that progress requires a high level of commitment and dedication. To make real progress, you must be willing to put in the time and effort required to build new habits and overcome setbacks. Overall, Atomic Habits provides a practical and actionable framework for making progress in any area of life. By focusing on small improvements, building good habits, overcoming setbacks, and staying committed, you can create the kind of progress that lasts. Thank you for watching my video about Atomic Habits. I hope you enjoyed listening to me read from this book as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Before I go, I wanted to leave you with a few things. If you haven't already, I encourage you to check out and read it for yourself. You might be surprised by how much you love it. If you have read it before, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of the book? Did you have a favorite part? If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm always on the outlook for new things and I would love to have you along the journey. Once again, thank you for tuning into my video. I hope you have a great day and happy reading. Do visit to my channel and watch other videos as well. Jazakallah, khush rahe, abad rahe. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.